All right, thanks everyone. Hi Sasha, how are you? Just wanted to start things off today by talking about obviously one of the main reasons that we're here, which is your recent purchase and stakeholdership with your team, Tempere. Just talk a little bit about what inspired you to get involved and just your excitement about the recent purchase.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing for me and my family, of course. Like we've always been since when I was born, and like year before that when my dad joined the team Tappara, and like ever since then I feel like that team was probably one of the like most important things for me and my family. Like my dad played there his most of his career, 10 years. I grew up in this team and went through the whole junior system and get to play 2 years in the Finnish Elite League, and I will never forget those games and those years, and obviously like working out with the team, training with the team every summer, and knowing like almost whole organization and all the guys in the team. I feel like always been a little part of the team and organization, but now especially like with this thing happening, I'm really proud and honored to become one of the owners and hopefully bring something new, some knowledge in the organization and moving forward too.
Wonderful. And I think, that answers my first question for you. I don't know, Addie, if you want to open it up to some questions relating to that topic before we kind of continue going forward.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead and open it up to questions now. Please state your name and affiliation before asking the question.
Hey, Sasha. Jameson here from FloridaPanthers.com. How's it going? First of all, congratulations. Secondly, obviously, you're very busy with your day-to-day. You're obviously focused on the Panthers and all that. Given that, how involved do you plan to be with the day-to-day operations of the team over there in Tampere?
Yeah, just like you said, obviously, like my full focus is in my own career, like playing hockey for the Panthers and trying to win everything that's possible here. And there's no question about it. Like I'm here full time playing hockey. So, but of course, like moving forward, I want to learn more things about business side of this like Finnish organization Tappara, and like trying to help them, obviously like maybe during the summers like training with younger guys and stuff like that. Like obviously I'm not the most, how to say, like most clever guy in the business side of it, but hopefully can help and contribute like other way, like more on the ice stuff, like more off ice stuff. And but that will be like only when I have chance, when I have more time.
Hey, Sasha, it's Tim Reynolds with the AP. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you. I'm curious. You're still obviously a very young man, Sasha, but have you thought 10, 15 years from now, whenever you're done playing, it's not uncommon to see elite athletes get into ownership at the highest level. Is that something that you think might interest you someday, as being part of an NHL ownership group at some point, when, like I said, when long after your playing days are done?
Well, yeah, of course, like this is a huge step for me and a big honor to become a owner of like a team I grew up. But obviously, like I know if somebody wants to be an owner in NHL, you need to have a lot more money than I have right now. But yeah, I mean, this is big step for me, and obviously, like I'm new at this thing, so I'm gonna learn every day, learn every time I talk to the guys, like in the organization, and maybe later after my career I'll get involved even more, and we'll see what happens. But right now, like I said, my full focus is on the Panthers, and right now like playing in the playoffs and trying to win Stanley Cup.
Thank you. We'll take the next question.
Hey, Sasha, it's George. Yeah, talking about, getting back to playing NHL hockey and everything. What have these last couple weeks been like being back on the ice, having some teammates around, being at the complex, all that?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, it's a huge thing that we can skate already, skate in the smaller groups, and but right now I think it's good. Like smaller groups, more reps on the ice, and we get to do more stuff, more skating. There's more room, and obviously being around some of the teammates, some of the training staff, seeing those guys again and talk to them and feel like almost back to normal. So I mean, it's really good thing. Like I'm not really doing much here, just like hanging out at home, working out, and then obviously going to the rink is one of the best parts of the week.
Has it been tough getting back into it? I mean, obviously you guys were off for 2 months. You couldn't skate. I mean, I saw you rollerblading and all that, but what was it like getting back on the ice and just trying to get back into NHL game shape? Because when you guys get going, you're going.
Yeah, obviously, like skating with 4 or 5 guys is not gonna help you to get back in the game shape. Like you need to actually play the games, or like play in the training camp, or play with your teammates, like 5-on-5, 4-on-4, stuff like that with the game speed. Like right now, it's more skill stuff and just getting used to the ice again. And I mean, it's been like 2 weeks, so it starts to feel almost normal again, and happy to be back on the ice. Like they're really excited, and all the teammates I talk to, they feel good. They're really excited to be back on the ice.
Hey, Barky, it's Jessica from Fox Sports Florida. Hey, I was reading your statement that you released, and you talked about how Tappara is in your blood. Your father had some of his best years there. How special is this decision, not just for you, but really for your family as a whole? Your parents, so supportive. They've been such a big part of your hockey career as well.
Yeah, I kind of see it like it's not just me, it's my whole family thing. Like we're really big fans of that team in Finland. We always follow like results. I know my dad hasn't been in that organization for a while, me neither, but still, like we just feel that we're part of it. Like we just follow the results. There's so many of our friends like working for the organization, have been working since my dad played and since I played, and so we just follow them. I train with them during the summer, and so it just feels like it's a huge part of my life. Like I grew up in that organization. I grew up playing in the junior system. That they helped me a lot to get to the Panthers, and obviously like feeling about the Panthers same way. Like I feel like Panthers is a huge part of me, and so I'm really lucky to be part of those two organizations.
Hey, Barky, Jameson again. Just for those of us that don't know a lot about Tampere, just aren't familiar with the city, just how big a part of that community is the hockey team there? How much does it mean to that community?
Yeah, it's huge. I know there's two big teams in that city, in the town, and it's like cut in half and half. Like if you're born in that city, like you're either Tappara fan or Ilves fan. There's no other choice. And I mean, it's huge. Like everybody follows hockey in that city, and in my opinion, it's probably biggest hockey city in the hockey town in Finland. And I know like Tappara and Ilves, they have had probably the most success in Finnish league over the years. So it's like good thing that they even play on the same rink, and the rivalry is huge. And so I'm really happy to be a part of that.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and take the next question.
Hey, Sasha, it's John Evanson from CBS 12. I know you've spent all this time in Boca Raton, and I'm guessing it's probably the longest in a while you've ever spent with your mom. What's that been like, and how have you kept yourself busy, and are you guys still getting along?
Yeah, actually, my mom left a month ago, so that's why we still get along. Yeah, I've been here for 1 month on my own, so I had to learn how to cook, had to learn how to clean and stuff like that. But so far, things are going well and learning new things. And obviously, it's about a time. 24 years old. It's about a time to learn to live on your own. And but obviously, like her helping me out first couple months, it was huge for me and kind of showing me how to do it. And now I have really good time doing everything on my own.
Hey, Sasha, it's George again. A few years ago, we've talked about this before, but a few years ago, an NHL team came to your hometown for an exhibition game, and you got to go to that game. It was the Panthers, and you remember going to that game and rooting against the Panthers?
You know what? I think I was. My dad was coaching the Finnish team back then, and I don't even know like if I was rooting for my home team or no. I just was like really happy to see NHL players. I still remember some of them. I remember Kulikov was playing there, Steven Weiss, Clemenson in the net. Yeah, it was a great game, like great thing to see NHL players, like how big of a professionals and like big idols for me too. Like I don't remember what year what it was, maybe like 2008 or 2009. I was still like 14 years old, so I was following NHL a lot and knew every player. And ever since then, like I started following even more, and especially Panthers too, like because they came to my hometown, played against my hometown team, and started following Panthers after that, and then got drafted by them. Like it's a great coincidence. So happy to be a Panther.
Hey, Sasha, is there any concern at all when you see some of the other pro sports? PGA had some positive coronavirus tests yesterday. The MLB has been dealing with a few of their camps where they've had to deal with some issues. How much of a concern is that, that when the big group gets back together, that those outbreaks could happen?
Yeah, of course there is a high risk in that. Like I know some guys already tested positive, and some teams, like most of the players, tested positive, and other sports too. But I mean, like just going to our rink and how our medical staff and equipment staff, they're handling the situation, and how like strict they are with everything. Can't touch this, can't touch this. Like there's minimal contact with anybody, so you don't really touch the things that other guys are touching. So like I think it's safe for us right now. At least I feel safe going to our rink. And like obviously you wouldn't do anything that doesn't feel safe. Like you know the situation right now, maybe about the second wave coming too, or being somewhere like in Miami or other states. Just be smart about it. Don't go to those places, high risk places, and just try to stay as healthy as possible, and hopefully get a training camp started and play again.
Sasha, it's George. Are any concerns about this whole bubble thing and being, not being able to go out and all that stuff? Or you guys just want to play hockey, and however it happens, it happens?
I mean, for me, like I don't really need to go anywhere, and I think we're the same way. Like every our player, and we talk a lot in the group chat. Like I know most of the guys, they can't wait. Like they know we're situation in, and we know everybody's gonna handle the situation really well. Try to be as safe as possible and not to go anywhere. And I know, like for me, the Stanley Cup playoffs is everything. Like I would not leave my bed and just to go to games and practices just to play in the playoffs and try to win Stanley Cup. Like this is why like I live for, and this is why we live for as a team. Like we want to win, and we're gonna do everything what it takes. And guys are feeling good. Guys are in good shape, starting to come back here and coming with the mindset that we're gonna try and win the Stanley Cup.
Thank you. I want to see if we have any other Finnish language questions again.
Eddie, I just got a message from someone. They want to ask a question who they weren't able to speak earlier. And this one, if you wouldn't mind, Sasha, answering in Finnish. But the question is, you acquired a major share of Tappara. What was behind the decision to invest heavily in your parent club? And what does it mean to you now to own a share of Tappara?
Joo, iso juttu mulle tietysti, että mä puhuinkin tuossa jo englanniksi vähän, että mun isä pelasi pitkään aikaan tuolla Tapparassa 10 vuotta ja valmensi sitä ja mä kasvoin siinä samassa organisaatiossa ja ihan nuoresta iästä asti on ollut Tappara-fani ja käynyt peleissä ja sitten vihdoin pääsin pelaamaan myös liigassa pari vuotta ja tietysti, että ilman Tapparaa niin en olisi missään, en olisi täällä enkä missään, että se on vieläkin tosi iso osa mua ja nyt vielä enemmän, että tosi iso kunnia mulle ja mun perheelle, että me saatiin tämmöinen mahdollisuus sijoittaa tuommoiseen mahtavan organisaatioon ja ei ollut oikeastaan ei tarvinnut edes kysyä keneltäkään, että onko hyvä vai huono ajatus, että se oli hyvä ajatus ja iso kunnia mulle ja mun perheelle olla osakkaita tässä hommassa.
Thanks, Sasha. And I have another one for you in Finnish also, if you wouldn't mind. The question, there's two. Why did you decide to stay in Florida? Was coming back to Finland an option for training? And have you been able to do any team training in some form? And when do you think it will be possible?
In Finnish?
Yes, please.
Kävin monta kertaa mielessä, että olisin tullut Suomeen, mutta jotenkin täällä tuli aina vaan ilmoituksia, että kohta jatketaan ja kohta alkaa taas reenit, kohta päästään jäälle ja tämmöistä. Ja ei oikein ollut semmoista hyvää hetkeä, että olisin tullut Suomeen ja päässyt olemaan sen kuukauden tai 2, mikä olisi ollut hyvä olla. Tietää, että pääsee olemaan pari kuukautta Suomessa, että pari viikkoa ei ollut yhtään hyvä ajatus tulla pariksi viikoksi, mutta pari kuukautta olisi ollut hyvä, että olisi pitänyt varmaan lähteä aikaisemmin ihan siinä alussa, mutta ei sitä oikein saanut missään vaiheessa selville, että nyt olisi hyvä aika lähteä ja tietysti täällä on hyvä olla, että täällä on kaikki tarvittavat, täällä on hyvät kelit ollut, että päässyt ulkona reenaan ja nyt on päässyt jäälle, niin ei tässä oikein muuta tarvitse. Tietysti kyllä sitä joskus Suomeenkin haluaisi päästä ja Tampereelle ja nähdä kavereita ja muutenkin olla siellä, mutta nyt ollaan täällä ja valmistaudutaan siihen, että kausi jatkuu.
Thank you. I know Katie has one or two more, but I wanted to see if there was anyone else on the call that had a few to ask.
I just have one more. When things got shut down, you guys were in a big, playoff fight, and now all of a sudden, just like that, you've got, the opportunity to go right into pretty much postseason fighting for the Stanley Cup. This team looks pretty good on paper. What's your assessment of the makeup as to your team and making a deep run now that you've been given this opportunity?
I think, of course, it's been like over 3 months since we played, but before the break, we were playing exactly the way we talked to, like, whole season we want to play. We started looking good. We started playing really good hockey, playing for each other and battling for each other, and everybody doing the right thing on the ice. And this is our mindset. We want to, when the playoff starts, we want to keep doing the same thing and keep building from that. We're going to have like good time and during the training camp to get back to those basics, and lots of time to talk about like how to play the right way. And obviously it helps like knowing that we're gonna play against Islanders, so everything is like already prepared and still preparing like how to play against them. Like they're a good team, so you need to play really well to beat them. And I think we're excited. That's the really big thing. Like everybody's excited, and everybody's excited to get back to work and work hard for a couple of weeks and get back to playing and trying to make a deep run.
Thanks. Good luck. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, Sasha, I have 2 more questions for you that we're going to ask you to speak in Finnish. The first one would be, what does the ice hockey team in Tampere mean to you?
Mä oon varmaan monta kertaa sanonut, että tietysti tosi paljon, että se on iso osa mua ja aina tulee olemaan, että ihan junnuvuosista asti tai periaatteessa syntymästä asti, että mun isä pelasi siinä ja aina käytiin peleissä ja aina se on tullut seurattua pelejä, niin totta kai niin en tiedä miten muuten mä voisin sanoa, että se on tosi iso osa mua ja todella iso kunnia olla yksi osakkaista ja yksi omistajista ja toivottavasti tuoda uusia ja hyviä juttuja organisaatioon niin jäälle kuin jään ulkopuolelle, ja tässä on ihan hyvin aikaakin vielä munkin opetella sitä puolta, että miten sekin puoli hoidetaan ja olla niin kuin mukana sitten neuvomassa ja sun muuta, niin todella innolla otan tämän niin sanotun haasteen vastaan.
All right, and then one more in Finnish. What are your feelings now that training camp is so close? You started training with the team and you know that the playoff games are finally coming.
Joo, totta kai aina kun kuulee hyviä uutisia, että kausi saattaa jatkua ja ollaan näin lähellä jo kauden alkua ja tai kauden jatkumista ja playereiden alkamista, niin totta kai se on tietysti tuo lisää semmoista niin kuin motivaatio reenaamiseen ja jäällä olemiseen, että sä tiedät, että kohta alkaa pelit ja että periaatteessa tämä reenaaminen ei ole turhaan, että se reenaaminen ei tietysti ikinä ole turhaan, mutta niin kuin, että kohta alkaa pelit, niin se tuo lisää sitä motivaatiota ja semmoista, niin totta kai innolla odotan leirin alkua ja varsinkin pelien alkua, että meillä on tosi hyvä mahdollisuus ja tähän me periaatteessa haluttiinkin päästä ja täällä me ollaan, että ei tarvinnut pelata edes 82 peliä kaudella, että saadaan tämmöinen mahdollisuus, niin miksei olisi meidän aika nyt päästä pitkälle ja voittaa pelejä ja osoittaa, että mekin ollaan hyvä joukkue.
Perfect. And Sasha, we'll switch back to English for this last one from me. I know we've recently heard that there's going to be a new show from the Panthers that's all access behind the scenes as you guys prepare for this postseason. So just talk a little bit about how excited you are to be able to offer that to fans, an inside look into the room and into this preparation with the team.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Like, of course, seeing other sports coming back, like soccer in Germany and other countries, like couple tennis tournaments, seeing on the TV, it's like almost feels like going back to normal. And obviously, like for the fans and other people, like to see hockey teams coming back, see how they're skating, how they're preparing to go on the ice and preparing for the training camp, and I think it's gonna be huge thing, and everybody's gonna be excited to see it. And I mean, right now, like I'm really excited about this whole thing, and hopefully everything gets back to normal. Like obviously, health is most important right now. Like this situation is not a joke at all, and so you have to be very, very careful what you're doing and where you're going and who you're hanging out with. So just try to stay healthy as much as possible and get back to normal.